So now this should be good to go. Trying to figure this out. So anybody that's watching, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. So um, so what happened was I started to I had a loss. I took a short right up in here. I was looking for a pop and fell. Then I was looking for a long. I kind of caught myself. It was right here that I saw this thing come into Fair Valley Gap. I longed on the next one. I was getting diced up, and then I had a bunch of shit going on, and the stream just started going crazy, and so I got off. So um, 880 if it goes down there. I'm looking for a little over 10 points to start covering. I want this to get to um, about $210, and then once it's up at about $210, I'm going to cover one. That way, I can reduce my loss, and I'll be basically break even for the night. I really like the way that things finally starting to go. It had obviously it had a huge gap up, but like that's what I was trying to tell people is usually when like something gaps up or gaps down, it draws the attention of people. So it gapped up, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, this thing's gonna go to the moon." Typically, that does not happen. Like when it gaps down really far and it opens way down here, it usually is going to rebalance. Maybe not that session, but it's going to rebalance eventually. That's something that I started to look into. I don't know if that's what's going to happen here. I still have a long ways to go, but one place that I will like, I'll definitely be looking for covers. So I want this thing to be roughly right around this uh, lows to start to cover. I'm already up almost 10 points, so I need to stop. I need to bring my stop down to break even. That's one of our rules because I get in really good trades like this. Like I mean, I'm up $122, right? And I haven't covered anything. Why? Because I'm waiting for down in here to cover one, probably cover another one here. But like realistically, I'm looking for this thing to go down until I'm in profit, $210. I want to cover one, and I want to look for opportunities to add back. So if this thing closes down in here, I'm looking for somewhere back in here for a level of interest. Why? Because it just created a fair value gap where it just busted through previous support levels and left behind, I'd imagine, some decent sized orders that are still not filled. Because like whoever made this move, that's big money, and so that like somebody didn't get all their orders filled in here, and so it's gonna go back up, test it, or at least close here, like tap that, which is why I took this trade because on you zoom in right here, this has a wick down here. It has a strong sell sequence. This came back up and literally tapped that and closed closed it. Honestly, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cover one, which took back 20 bucks, and I'm going to be looking to add if it does come up to here. If it just cranks over, it just dies. Okay, whatever. I got premature and trimmed off. But like the one thing I started thinking about was I'm already up 130 bucks. I was down like $77. Okay, dude, reduce your risk a little bit. Like right now, I'm literally down what I consider one off. I should be risking roughly about 50 bucks maximum per contract. So for one contract move, the max I can go for is a 10-point stop. So, and me covering that, uh, it also made my average much better. So yeah, I have a break even average now. Okay, that's fine. I'm looking for somewhere up in here to add back, and maybe looking for more downside. If I don't get another ad, that's fine. Okay, I could make $600 in theory on this trade, or I could come back down to here and $212. Okay, cool. Well, $212. That's gonna be roughly my 150 bucks I'm going for, which is literally what I'm going for on a daily basis. Cool. I got 150 bucks done for the day. Okay, that's it. Like this is not to go buck wild. Like for me, my buck wild trades are going to be on the New York Open. Like that's where you get a lot of range. This is like some get you some extra padding to where like okay, like I can push a little bit more size tomorrow. But like the difference is, I forget that I deleted the last stream. But what I'm doing is I'm trading one combine with the New York Open, and one is Asian Open only. And so that's kind of how I'm playing this. And I'm going to kind of see how this goes. Sure, I forgot to. It's over here. A little bit higher. And if I don't get it on this right now, then that's also fine. I don't need to get in more size right now. I like what I need to do is I need to be more patient. Oops. So like I said, like the one thing that I'm trying to do is if I can actually do this, and build this up to where I don't know, I actually have people like that are watching the live stream after work. Like, okay, this is going to be geared towards people that have full time job that are not able to trade New York Open. Okay, you don't need to trade New York Open. Like I said, right now, um, I'm only up $82.50. So I mean, really, I only made like $30 so far, like because I got two cuts. But man, like this goes down to 100 or $220, and I'm able to walk away with like around $150 for not even hours worth of work. Imagine doing that every single day. Like you just changed your life. Like I mean, that's another income source. Like imagine like you're doing DoorDash or whatever. You know, yeah, I've been there. I've done DoorDash before, where like drive 15 20 minutes to the hot spot or whatever. You gotta drive 15 20 minutes there. You gotta drive 15 20 minutes home. Then you gotta do all the sitting and waiting. Waiting for the right order that gives you the right amount of mileage, the right pay, all that kind of stuff. And it's just like, or go get a second job, and it's like I don't want to do that. Like I'd rather do this. It's like playing a video game that I could make way more money on. So um, yeah, I mean that's kind of my thought process. So like I said, I need this thing down to like here, cover another one. If this comes up, like I said, uh, that's where we're looking to add. I feel like the way that's reacting right there is kind of my ad, honestly. I want to be patient. Like I don't want to add down here and then it rips up and hits that, and then like it's doing right now. That's the problem. Like that's some of the problem that I get into is like that. I don't know. Futures has really changed. Like in just like the last year that I've been trading, like it's really starting to act a lot like small caps, where it's very trappy. Um, it sucks people in with the price action and all that kind of good shit. Like I said, I really don't need to add anymore because honestly, like what I would be willing to do, um, so that'd be $106. I could cover one, and I'd be willing to hold this overnight and go for another $302.50. With my stop on break even, and like I said, if I cover down here, I'd walk away with what is that like $60 or something like that. I'd be green $60, and then I have potential to possibly make another 350, or I okay, it hits break even. Okay, well that sucks. All right, then I trade Asian Open, or I mean New York Open tomorrow on my main account, and go from there. And I don't know. I really do plan on doing this quite a bit over the next. I don't know. Like really, I keep on getting close to going live which like you have to go through like 3 different phases to go live. Like you have combine phase, the XFA, which is basically simulated where you get paid, and then there's the live. So I've gotten to the XFA quite a few times. Um, I like when I lose the XFA, that's when I started going on tilt. I end up in like freaking combine jail where I'll be here for like a month or two until I calm down and stop doing stupid shit over and over. Um, but what I really want to do is I want to stay on this and like show like live stuff up to the point of like where I'm uh, able to go live, like really go live. And so for me, that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. Just see how it plays out. I don't know because one thing I wish I would have done back when I was doing kickboxing, I was fighting, was I wish I would have documented more of my journey. And I don't know, I didn't wasn't confident enough to do that, and so I didn't, um, which kind of sucks. But um, on this, I want to I do want to document a lot more of this stuff. So kind of see how this goes. And if anybody actually watches this, uh, trying to figure out how to figure out this freaking YouTube library bullshit because it has got some really dumb shit. So I feel like if you have like this,
Definitely don't want that. Definitely don't want a freaking.